it's just a beautiful thing for people to feel represented and seen. I don't know how, growing up, like we say, like we didn't see this a lot often, or we would be able to count the people that we saw that looked like us and that reminded them of us. But now there's so many of us, and it's a beautiful thing, and we want more. We want to keep seeing ourselves. And Gentefied is a real story. They're not caricatures on television. They're not these people that are kind of being Mexican, or they're upping their Mexican culture, or this Dominicana upping her Dominican culture. No, these are humans playing humans.
Hey guys, it's your girl Carolina Trejos here, and you are watching American Latino TV, celebrating American Latino pride. And kicking off today's show, we are all recently bummed to hear that Netflix's hit series Gentefied got canceled after its second season. Yeah, I was in tears, but on this episode of American Latino, we're highlighting Julissa Calderon and Annie Gonzalez, two Latinas who bring stories of strong women to the screen, not only on Gentefied, but on their own platforms. Julissa is an Afro-Latina actress, writer, comedy producer, and director from Miami. And Annie is a well-known Latina actress who has played roles in different movies and TV shows. You may have seen her on Shameless, on Vida, and of course, Gentefied. Both of them make a perfect Latina revolutionary duo. They're my favorite. You'll get it when you watch this segment, coming up right here on American Latino TV.
I'm Annie Gonzalez, and I play Lydia Solis on Gentefied.
And I'm Julissa Calderon, and I play Jessica Castillo on Gentefied. I don't know anything other than being a Latina. That's how I grew up. I come from Dominican immigrant parents. I was raised with my abuela también, who didn't get to America until she was 30 plus years old. So in my household, I grew up very Dominican. I did not speak English actually until I went to school. And when I got into school, I took ESOL classes.
ESL?
We call it ESOL, but they're ESL,
okay.
Same thing. So I had to be in those classes so that I could learn English. But yeah, that was my upbringing. And I was the only girl amongst three boys. So I was like the little princesita of the house. And the little princesita would always put on a show. That was like, if you ask my brothers, if you ask my mom, my family, everybody, I was the little girl in the house who everyone had to sit and look at me because I had something to say, or I had a song that I wanted to cover.
Wow, you're so different today. I am a Chicana, born and raised in East LA. I'm sixth generation. So you ever heard of the term, the border crossed us, we didn't cross the border? That was my family. So I didn't grow up speaking Spanish. I did not grow up in the typical like Latino household. Even growing up, not until I went to ELEC and started taking Chicano studies classes, did I even want to identify as Mexican. I was embarrassed just because it wasn't talked about in my family. My great grandma used to get hit with a roller if she spoke Spanish in class. So that wasn't embedded in me, in my foundation. But as I did get older and I did take Chicano studies classes and I started to be around more of my dad's side of the family, he's first generation, I started to understand like, wow, I come from like powerful ancestry. And now I speak more Spanish. I'm working on it, and I'm really proud to be who I am, and I'm really proud to embrace it.
I think that it's just a beautiful thing for people to feel represented and seen. I don't know how, growing up, like we say, like we didn't see this a lot often, or we would be able to count the people that we saw that looked like us and that reminded them of us. But now there's so many of us, and it's a beautiful thing, and we want more. We want to keep seeing ourselves. And Gentefied is a real story. They're not caricatures on television. They're not these people that are kind of being Mexican, or they're upping their Mexican culture, or this Dominicana upping her Dominican culture. No, these are humans playing humans. Playing these characters who are so multidimensional, like we are in real life.
Yeah.
So to see that, but most importantly, to be the ones on this side playing it, man, it's an honor and a privilege.
Yeah.
I'm playing an Afro-Latina. Like, that is not common. I remember moving to LA about 8 years ago and people not understanding, but how you look like that con ese acento? Like, how do you have that accent? And I, coming from Miami, was like, what accent? I sound normal. And they're like, you do not sound normal. And so, or like what we thought you would look like. And so it's very interesting now that there are more scripts that are coming across my desk that say Afro-Latina. Like, that is a beautiful thing. We're moving in the right direction. We're not there. We're not all the way there yet, but we're learning, and it takes one character at a time to build that.
Yeah.